Welcome back to 18 going on 40. So you might have saw the last how-to video where we put on the new brake hose, which you can see whether it's pink or not because I'm outside. And today we've got something else to add to the bike. Ridden everywhere. One of the new wheels that's going to be going on here.
A fixed act on top. You undo with a breaker bar, do up with a torque wrench. Should never. Lucy's lefty-loosey in today, all out, taking the nuts off entirely. Putting them right where they remove the front wheel, stick it in the stand. So you need to wind to the other side. So now we've got the front wheel off, Graham's going to take the back wheel off. The new wheel is also a solid axle for the rear. So loose. Just tight enough to stop the axle spinning. Okay, and now if you undo the other side. Now the rear wheel is loose, you're going to take the chain off. Excellent, that's both wheels off.
Right, so these are new bad boys from Halo Wheels. Ridden everywhere. We've got the nice shiny new front wheel. And then nice back wheel. These are the combat wheels as well, which you can see is written on there too. So these are super durable and it should make a nice noise as well. So yeah, can't wait to put these on.
Okay, so we're going to transfer the components from the old wheels onto the new ones. So we're going to remove the disc from the current wheel, the tyre and the inner tube.
Not with that one, not.
So first off we're going to remove the disc by undoing the torque bolts.
Oh, that's another one. We had some problems getting one of the screw things out, so we've gone for a hitty stick.
So what we've done is we've hit a slot into it.
So we can try and use a screwdriver.
Can't guarantee this is going to work. Not that screwdriver. Use a screwdriver bit just in there like that.
Right, we've got some fancy gold bolts to go on the disc brake on the new set of wheels, so we'll get that up now.
One of those stupid valves that Graham doesn't like.
I don't like those valves.
So he's going to remove the valve core in order to let the tyre down. Okay, cool. So
Pretty much is.
So then he's going to get one of the muck off tyre, put it on the other way, that's it, under the rim. Showing you how hard it is to do, I'll show you how easy it is.
Right, so the Cycle Renovator has taken over because my poor attempt at taking the tyre off.
So nothing different to what Graham did. Squeeze it all into the middle so the rail is. Then put the tyre lever in, hook it out.
Oh, it's not quite as easy as you're making it out. Oh, okay, fine.
All the way round. Take the valve out and pop it off.
Winner, winner.
That's a good one. Okay, so now we've got the new wheel and we're going to put the tyre and the tube back on. First thing we're going to do is put the rim on, and what we're going to do is make sure that the logo on the tyre is opposite the valve, and that way it puts the logo on the wheels at 90 degrees to the valve and the tyre. So Graham's going to go all the way round and put one side of the tyre on first.
Is he? I feel like you're optimistic. Oh no,
He's got it. So next he's going to put his inner tube in.
Do we think that's right?
Yep. So now he's got the inner tube, he's going to put that inside, putting the valve back through.
Valve in.
Then he's going to stick the tyre, the inner tube into the tyre. And then he's just going to put a little bit of air into the inner tube just to make sure that it's taken the right shape and it's not kinked anywhere whilst he's put it in.
What about the valve?
We're going to do that. Put a bit of pressure in just to make sure that it's not bent anywhere. I'll leave that on for now, and then you're going to start. So when he gets to the other end, he won't be able to push that side. Good. And then he's going to pump up the inner tube. Probably about 40 psi is all he's going to need. Okay, so now he's pumped it up and seated the tyre. He's going to let it back down, put the valve back in.
Ah. I love how confident you are. Right, put the valve back in. Which way around does the valve go?
That's the bottom. No, other way.
Touch tight or?
Other side of the valve. Other side of the valve. 25 psi. Okay, so we're going to fit the disc back on. So the first thing we're going to do is apply a little bit of Loctite to the bolts, like so. And we're just going to spread that around a little bit. Spread the love. We're going to put that on each of the bolts ready to go into the disc.
And that just helps the bolts not move in there. Does the disc go back on in any particular way? Because I noticed it's got some arrows and...
It's just direction of rotating, so it doesn't matter which way around you put it,
Sweet.
As long as the holes line up. So
Wonderful.
then you need to put those screws in, and when you put them in, you just need to not nip them all the way down, because it's important that you torque them in sequence. So you're just going to screw them in initially.
Oh, you have to torque them in sequence.
Yeah. So we're just going to screw these down and nip them up just so they're all ready to go. So he's just screwing them into the hand type. He's going to do opposites so that it nips it down nice and evenly. This way it stops uneven pressure being on the disc, which could cause the disc to warp when he's braking. So now he's nipped them all up by hand, we're going to torque them on. Okay, so we're initially going to torque these up to just 2 Newton meters. He's going the wrong way there.
Well, when you said we were going to torque them on, I thought I was just going to tell them a story.
Try and keep that nice and straight so that you don't round one of the heads off. You wouldn't want that. So that's 2. So as I said, we're just going to torque these up to 2 Newton meters initially to make sure the pressure on the disc is all nice and even, and then we're going to finish them off with 6 Newton meters. Done. As you can see, we've got the tyre back on. Then you're going to do the same with the other wheel, and then we're going to fit them back on the bike.
So there are the old tired wheels. See what I did there. And these are the new shiny wheels.
Okay, so that's brake disc changed over, tyre changed over on both wheels. We're now going to put it back in the frame. Okay, so the new wheel's going in. Make sure you put the chain on. Locate the disc in the caliper. Slide the wheel into the dropout, slide it all the way forward, and then put the crank chain on the crank. Cool. And then slide it back to put the tension on the chain. That's it, and nip it up. Okay, and then we're going to torque those bolts up to 50 Newton meters.
Right, we have the new Halo Combat 2 white wheels fitted. She is looking steezy. Right, that's it for this week's episode of 18 going on 40. We've got the new wheels fitted, courtesy of the Cycle Renovator. Make sure you give them a like and subscribe as well. And we'll catch you next week or at Bike Park soon.